Morning, everyone. Michael, welcome to this morning's meditation practice. Anyone here for the first time? Welcome. Glad y'all decided to come out and hang out with everybody. Before we get started, I have a few announcements. If you haven't already, please remember to silence your cell phones and put them away so you can be fully present for the talk and meditation. If you must use your cell phone, please do so outside the meditation hall. We invite you to join us for our weekly Tuesday events with the Medicine Buddha practice at 6 p.m. and the public talk at 7 p.m. This week, for the Tuesday evening public talk, Geshe Phende will speak on the 37 practices of a Bodhisattva, Part 1. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m., the Drepung Loseling monks conduct evening prayers for His Holiness the Dalai Lama's long life and other teachers. On Thursdays at 4:30 p.m., the Drepung Loseling monks conduct the Protector Puja for smooth journeys, successive interviews, medical treatments, new business, etc. Our popular 5-class foundation series continues on February 14th with Shamatha meditation, alleviating stress and cultivating inner balance. This retreat explains how to engage in Shamatha, which is a meditation for calming the mind and attaining clarity. Focus and attention can be taken focus and attention. And also this class can be taken independent of the series. The series is a prereq for the intermediate series and other retreats. On Wednesday, February 18th at 9 a.m., we celebrate Losar, which is the Tibetan New Year. The venerable monks will lead a traditional puja with chanting of auspicious prayers and offer traditional Losar servings of sweet rice and tea. As a reminder, please do not park on the grass along the driveway or behind the building. If the lot outside is full, overflow parking can be found via Skyland Drive at the John Lewis Elementary School outside of school operating hours. Only access to school parking via Skyland Drive, which is the next traffic light up that way, and walk down the hill to the site down here. Information on all the events can be found in the lobby or on the website at drepung.org, because I tend to read these kind of quickly. If anybody's interested in volunteering or to get more involved in supporting this center and the programs, please see anyone wearing one of the name badges outside in the lobby. If you're interested in becoming a member to support our ongoing practices and take advantage of benefits like discounts on courses and retreats, applications are available in the library. You can also register online. There's a donation box near the entrance to this room. Your generous support helps us continue to offer programs and services like this to our Atlanta community and to those around the world through our online programs. Now, if you would, please stand as we invite our resident teacher, Geshe Phende, in for this morning's practice.
Okay, now today we're going to meditate on self-compassion meditation. So before we start the actual meditation, first I want to explain what that self-compassion means and why it is important. As a meditator, it is very important to know whatever meditation you do is what is the benefit of this meditation. And the most important part is how should we use your meditation in your day-to-day life. Because our problem is when we encounter with any different situation, then it can create us mentally, physically, many problems. So how should I apply my meditation at that moment, to release my mental problems or any emotions when they arises. So then what you meditate, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, then it's not just 20, 30 minutes, little bit peace, right? It's that meditation. I can change my life for my day-to-day life. Change, which means something little bit better person, transforming into the better person. That's important part. So, therefore, this self-compassion meditation, there are different, way of meditation on self-compassion, different way of explanation on self-compassion. Sometimes we're using the same word, self-compassion, maybe different meaning behind there. So here, what we're doing in here, my explanation of self-compassion, right? What that really means. First, important to know self-compassion and self-centered. They are two different minds, very different. Self-centered or selfish mind, according to Buddhist psychology, is the negative emotion. This mind, for the long term, it hurts you, harms you. Not only you, it can also hurt to other people. So self-centered or selfish mind, we always try to reduce them, try to stop them. But that doesn't mean you don't need to take care of yourself. So that's why I call self-compassion. Take care of oneself with intelligence, way of taking care of oneself. So, in order to generate the self-compassion, first we need to understanding what are the main causes of self-suffering, right? We all suffer, right? If we are not suffering, then why we have to come here to meditate, right? So we're coming here to meditate. It's because we are suffering. There's no doubt. Myself also suffering. You also. Everybody suffer. At the moment we can laugh, we can smile, all kind of things as the temporary. But deeper level, everybody has some struggle. I always using myself example. Because sometimes, you are a monk, or you are special, or something, something, something. Some people may think that way. I'm not talking about other monks. I'm talking about myself, because I know who am I, right? I do not know other people. So the myself, if I do not have any problems, any sufferings, then I will never ever going to become a monk. Right? The purpose of becoming a monk because of some problems they have, something I need to change. So you choose this life, maybe helps you to live your life more peaceful, more happier. So we all have struggles, right? So now what are the causes of suffering? Like everybody maybe when you go to the work, when we're dealing with your family's issue here, there, you may have often feel stress, sometimes anxiety, sometimes feel fear, worry, loneliness, all kinds of mental issues, right? Everybody has. Even a very rich person, even you become very famous, or even you become very powerful leaders, doesn't matter. This mental issue, everybody has, right? That's quite clear. But these mental problems coming from where? Why we suffer these things? There are two things. One, external condition. Another one, main causes. So majority people, we only know external conditions, only we know that. So we put our effort to deal with this external condition. How can I stop them? How can I get rid of this? That's the majority of people. We do that. But there is another causes which is more danger, and its main causes within your mind. That majority people do not know that. So that's why we dealing with our problem is only external condition. We fix it, we get rid of that, we go forward, there's another problem comes. Fix it, another will comes. It never ended. External condition, you fix that, there's another condition there. You fix that, there's another there. And they keep going, they're still there. It never ended. How? Right? But there's another choice is, what are the root causes? Root causes is within your mind. So if you really, deal with that root causes, if you really suppress them, really stop the root causes, even condition arises, will not that much affect you. So that kind of methods, we need to use it. For that perspective, self-compassion tremendous helps you. It's really, open the new eye, the new way to deal with your problems. So now, what are the main causes? Main causes I mentioned within your heart, which call destructive emotions. Sometimes they use mental afflictions, right? So your mental afflictions, your destructive emotions are the main causes of all your mental issues you have, mental problems you have. External condition, your job, your family, this, that, there are many, around there. But these are just as a condition. The root causes within your heart, your mental afflictions. For instance, your anger, hatred, attachments, jealousy, arrogance, right? Egos. There are many, the variety types of destructive emotions which we have. These are the main causes of our problems. You don't need to believe it. You can research yourself. Everybody has mental affliction. We all are expert on mental affliction. You don't need to meditate on your anger, your attachments. You are expert on these things. So we have these emotions there, already there. The thing is, be honest, then investigate. Today somebody shout me in my job. After I come back, it really hurts my heart, a pain. I'm still suffering. Even I go to the bed, I still suffer, right? That suffering comes from where? Because of the guy who shout you? Is that the only causes? Or there's another causes there, right? So when you look it down there, there's anger inside there. As long as anger remains in your heart, it bothers you. It hurts you. Even you go to the sleep, still you feel angry to this guy, it constantly disturbs you. So at the moment he shouts you, you feel little angry, talk something, your anger's gone, no problem. When you come back to the home, no problem. It's very clear, these things. So many our mental pain we holding there is because of certain type of negative thoughts, the emotions there, it's holding this pain. That's why the person who suffer, because your mind is suffer. When your mind is suffer, that's called you are suffering, right? The main thing is that your mind is fully peace, really calm and peace and clear. Externally, even there's so much things challenge around there, no problem, you still remain very calm and happy. If your mind is disturbed, then external doesn't matter how comfortable life you have, you still suffer. That's we need to understand. So the mental pain, each individual's your mental pain is coming from your own destructive emotion, your own mental afflictions, your own negative thoughts, emotions there. If your mind is really free from negative thoughts. If you do not have any negative thoughts in there, how can your mind feel pain? Of course not, right? Even somebody shout you, if you really not feel any angry to this guy, it's not that much affect you. If you feel so much angry, it hurts you so badly. If you feel little anger, little hurts you. How much it hurts you, it depends on how much anger you feel it towards them. So these are quite clear. You can research these things. Similarly, our attachments, our jealousy, arrogance, same way. Major our problem is the attachments. Too much greed, too much attachments, too much craving. These emotions are the one who create us fear, worry constantly. The fears, worry, stress, sometimes the depressions. One of the causes is attachments, right? For example, if you're so attached to your fame, your reputation, somebody put it into social media, blah, 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 bad things there. As soon as when you see these things, it hurts you, right? Some people may feel so much fear, so much worry. Oh, people put my name in social media, say blah, 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 right? How much it hurts you depends on how much attached you have to your reputation. If you have nothing attached to your fame and reputation, somebody tell you you are stupid, or somebody tell you you are very smart, it doesn't matter. It's not that much affect you. Right? Some people, when they don't have any attached to reputation, whatever they say, it's not effect. They just still laugh and go. No problem. Some people, even little things they tell them, put little things to the social media or something, it really bothers them. Some of them cannot sleep well at that night. So it's showing is the main causes is your attachment towards your own reputation, your own fame. That creates you fear, worry constantly. So living in society, and specific in this generation, is the technologies. Very smart. One person can say within the second it goes to thousands of people. That's the reality. We cannot control them, right? It's everywhere. And same time, today, what you call the situation is too much competition, right? Everybody. Because of easy to see, you don't need to go there. It's in your hand. The other neighbor, what they're doing, what this guy doing, everything in your hand. In this little, the phone. There you can see everything there. So compete. Oh, there, blah, blah, blah. Why not we? Why not? That's competition. All this technology, actually technology is very important. We need it, right? But at the same time, we need to carefully our mind. If it goes to take into the negative way, it can hurt much easier. So too much competition, that's why too much jealousy, right? So too much jealousy, after the result of these things, something mentally it creates you, either worry, either fear, or kind of destructions there. So all this destruction, because of the insight, the emotions, they're awake, they're active. Your attachment is awake, your jealousy is aware, your ego is growing. So all these destructive emotions are growing, they become very active, and the result, individual suffer. So constantly stress, depressions, anxiety, fear, sometimes feel loneliness, right? Even sometimes you live in the big building. There are thousands of people living in this same, this big building. Thousands of people live there, but the person who are there still feel loneliness there, suffering of loneliness. Around there are so many people, doesn't matter how much people are around there. Suffering of loneliness is the mental things inside there. It's only thinking me, only me. So that cut everybody. So you ended up with loneliness. Too much emphasis on only me. That makes your mind very narrow-minded. So remain with very narrow-minded, result, of course, suffering of loneliness. So all kind of mental pains which we have, the root causes comes from, root causes is one's own destructive emotions, negative thoughts, negative emotions. That very, very important to know. Today the modern educations, it's very advanced, very good. It's really highly developed, but it's mostly about the external things. But externally, today's generation, very smart. They know they can travel from this planet to that planet, right? You can go there and you can look, what kind of good things are around there. We can take it, we can control it, we can, all kind of things that's advanced. But unfortunately, not that much understanding of one's own emotion, mind. So they do not know that much about this. So we do not know how should we take care of our mind. What kind of emotions are hurting us? What kind of emotions helping us? We do not know how to take care of this. That's why majority mentally, everybody has issues. Everybody has problems. Unhealthy mind is creating. Remain with the unhealthy minds. Result, the person individual as a family always have some mental pain, sufferings there. Right? So that's the reality. So therefore, we need to understanding how much we know external thing, same time we should study our inner emotion, the minds. Knowing through that, then we should use our human intelligence. There's certain type of emotion hurting us, we need to get rid of these emotions. Certain type of the mind, it's helping you, give you confidence, give you inner strength, brings you inner power, or helps you to remain happy in peace. Those kind of mind, we need to adopt it. We need to familiarize. We need to cultivate these things, right? So to do these things, first we need to understanding the phenomena called the mind and emotions. So therefore, through this reason, to understanding one's own anger, one's own attachments, jealousy, arrogance, all the destructive emotions are the main causes of individuals' mental pains, sufferings. Not only that, this emotion will create you. What they're going to do, it can take over you, it can make a decision, right? When these negative emotions become involved to make decision, then action will comes up, right? So as human beings, I always use that example. We do not want to show ugly face, right? Everybody wants to show beautiful face. So we always, people put the money and things to try to make this beautiful. Put colors and all these things that we just try to make beautiful. So this beautiful, fancy face, who will going to destroy it? It's not outside there, right? Here inside, your anger. So when you feel really angry, this beautiful, fancy face turn into very ugly, scary face, right? Ugly, scary face means nobody wants to see this. Whoever saw that face, they feel scared, right? That's called ugly faces. Do individual wants to show this ugly face? Of course not. That's why they spend too much money. They spend too much time to take care of this. They do not want it. Then who doing this? Your anger, right? See, first just directly affect it. It's ruining your beauty, right? Then slowly it can affect your physical actions, your speech. Everything's turned into negative, violent, right? Using very bad words, acting very violent. All this action you done, what you got it? You got it, it destroy your reputations. It destroy your beauty. It destroy your unity, harmony, your relationship, your fame, everything gone. Even the person very intelligent, very smart, but this anger issue can destroy everything. That's many people have these problems, right? You spend so much time and money to study, decades and decades, to get that whatever level of the job is for sake of happiness. You got it, you have this thing, but too much anger, too much ego, too much arrogance. Because of these emotion, what you're going to do, it destroy everything. So it destroy your family, your relationship, you ended up with lonely sometime, right? These are all problem is because of this destructive emotion, how dangerous they are. Individual ruins your peace of your mind. Nobody's saying, when I feel angry, I'm happy, right? If they think that way, there means something wrong with their mind, right? When you feel angry, you're not happy, right? So then if these emotions destroy your happiness, then why are you using? It's your hand, right? It's anger, love. You have full power to choose which you want it. As a human being, we do not want suffering, right? We want to live happy. Easily we have to choose love, but we are not. We're choosing angry, right? We choose anger. So we're utilizing that anger toward oneself, toward your family, toward other people, and that's how you ruin your life. Why they're doing this? Because your emotion, anger, you do not know how dangerous these emotions are. You do not know that. If you know this little, for instance, if this little cookie has poison, even very delicious, as long as when you know there's a poison, you will never going to eat it, right? Because it's a poison. You know that. But anger and love, anger, if these emotions really hurting you, really destroying you, why are you going to choose this, right? Nobody will going to choose. But majority people, we choose, we take this, we utilizing this anger. Why? Because we still do not know. We don't know this anger is how dangerous they are. We don't know that. That's why the problem is this. So when we go to physical clinic, right? We go to the clinic, doctor diagnose you have a certain illness, disease. As soon as when you hear, you panic, right? You're looking what kind of treatment is there, right? That's how we do. You go to the temple or monastery, whatever spiritual area, then they diagnose you have a mental disease, anger disease, attachment disease, or jealousy disease. As soon as when you know I have anger issue, do you really feel panic? Do you feel worried? Of course not. Who cares? Right? We don't care. So that's how we know how much you know your anger, your destructive emotions, how much you know. You do not know that much. That's why we don't have any worry, any feeling towards our destructive emotion. Therefore, we never try to get rid of this destructive emotion. Therefore, this destructive emotion never change. It's there, always there. And it's always disturbing you. Always, every day, every time. Sometimes even you go to the sleep, it come with you, right? And they destroy your sleepings. So that's how we need to wake up. Like this 2026 is just New Year. So, okay, now I will start something new. Either clothes and dress, it's okay, a little bit here, there, not big deal. So something I never done in the past, which is I can now emphasize my mind. something I will change, starting from my mental change now. And try it. 2026, if you really emphasize to your mind and try to stay away with this destructive emotion, you can see within 1 year how much it changed your life, how much it makes your life, even external things, exactly the same. You have the same job, same family, same dramas going on here, there. But because of changing my destructive emotion, how much is changed? Huge differences. It's really changed. When you anger reduce, jealousy, destructive emotion reduce it, you can see not individual yourself much peace and happy and confidence. Your family, the people who lives with you, they can feel that energy of the peace. They always want to talk with you. They always want to spend the time with you. When they spend the time with you, they're getting something. They're learning something from you. Right? That's how the people wants to talk, wants to stay with you. You always be angry, always be feel jealous, always be negative. Whatever things coming from your mouth, it's always complaining. Blah, blah, blah is not good, blah, blah, blah. Everybody, whoever hear these things, makes them some kind of negative thoughts. So who wants to talk with this person? Right? Because as soon as when you go, I get this disease. It's very contagious disease. Right? So it's kind of disturbing. So they do not want to talk. They stay away with them. So that's how you feel like, oh, everybody ignoring me now. Now I feel lonely. That's how it's ended up there. So therefore, changing one's own destructive emotion is the best way to live happy in this time. Specific during these kind of situation today, the world, best thing, controlling other people is not easy. Right? How? It's very difficult. Control one's own emotion. You have full power to change your emotion. In order to change your destructive emotion, everybody has same equal power, right? Everybody has same potential. And it is possible. You can change by yourself. You don't need somebody. You don't need money. You don't need any other thing. You can change by your own things. When you start that way, put your effort and change, look inside and change, start from there, you can see everything will be changed. That's very clear. When you wear anger glasses, wherever you look, there always are problems. Because these glasses, when you wear the sunglasses, wherever you look, of course there's some, you don't see the real color, right? Either brown, either black, or the blue, something, right? Doesn't matter how much you paint outside there, white color, you can still see blue color or something. There's the glass. You have to take out this glass, then you can see. Similarly, if you wear anger glasses, jealousy, arrogant, wherever you look, there's a problems. So when you take out that, everything will be changed. So finally, main point is, what is here my main message is, your destructive emotions are the fundamental causes of your suffering. So if you want to live happy in peace, you should reduce them. Don't what you call support to your destructive emotion. Reduce them, change them, finally completely eliminate them. Your life is completely changed. So in order to do that, first you have to have desire, wish to change my destructive emotion. That desire. If you have desire, wish to change, then you put your effort. If you do not have wish to change, this destructive emotion themselves never change. It still remain there. So that's why we need to cultivate wish to overcome one's own destructive emotion. Through that, wish to change one's own bad behavior, the habits which you have. That kind of desire, wish, it's called self-compassion, right? So self-compassion, which means that it's not self-centered. It's the mind who really knows who hurts you. What are the main causes of your suffering? Your destructive emotion, your negative behaviors and habits, the actions which you're doing. So these are the causes of my suffering. Therefore, through understanding on that, I wish to change them. I wish to stop them, right? I wish to get rid of them. That wish called self-compassion, right? So today we're going to meditate on this kind of wish, self-compassion, right? So general, all the mental afflictions, specific certain type of emotion. Some people may have specific jealousy issues. Some people may have specific anger issues, right? Or arrogance. Specific those emotions, you recognize them, you will remain honest. Look yourself, recognize them. This emotion, how much it hurts me, how much it destroys my life, right? Since from childhood to till today. If I don't stop them, it can ruin my life, my next life. Doesn't matter how much you success, it still will going to ruin you. So therefore, I really put my effort in this 2026. I put my effort to change this destructive emotion, to reduce them. That kind of wish, that kind of determination, right? So you feel it. So first you think, right? Not only thinking level, from your heart, really I will going to change them. So that feeling arises, you hold it. Just remain, rest on that feeling. That's called meditate on self-compassion. Right? So now we're going to start meditation on self-compassion. So first I will going to guide this meditation. So during the first time, what we're doing is, our physical meditation posture. General, in the Buddhists, we're talking about 7 meditation posture. But among those 7, most important part is you keep the spine straight. That's most important. But straight spine doesn't mean you hold your body like tight. That doesn't mean that. Body, relax, right? Comfortable, rest, comfortable. Just spine remain straight. So that's the most important meditation posture. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this singing bowl. As soon as when you hear the sound of that singing bowl, your mind should be fully concentrate on that sound. Eventually sounds, smaller volume, smaller, finally completely disappeared, right? When the sound disappeared, just for a few seconds, don't think about anything. Just your minds just remain inside there, not engaged to any external objects for a few seconds. Then your mind slowly wake up, then focus on your breath. When you inhale, you just think, I'm inhaling now, right? When you exhale, you just think, I'm exhaling. So breathing meditation for a few rounds of breath. Then I will going to guide rest of the self-compassion meditation. But during this meditation, when I talk about the anger, jealousy, negative action, each time when you hear, you always apply to yourself. Don't think, yes, my boss is very angry. Yes, my blah blah is very angry. As soon as when you think about other people, that means you are not qualified to meditate on self-compassion. It's not benefit to you. Doesn't matter other whoever they are. Just look yourself, apply to you, then recognizing them, and now you don't need to feel guilt. You say, this is very good. Beginning of 2026, I really realizing now my source of problem coming from where. So I'm very exciting to deal with this source of suffering, right? Through that you generate then self-compassion. Okay, now we're going to start. Okay, now when the sound completely disappeared, just for a few seconds, don't engage to any external objects. Keep your mind like a space. Now slowly you should focus on your breath. When you inhale, you should be fully aware you are inhaling. Same when you exhale. Inhaling with a mindful and exhaling with a mindful. Keep your mind calm and just aware present moment of your breath. Slowly, when your mind is really quiet, relax, and look your own mind and recognize if you have depressions or any stress, anxiety, fears, worries, any mental pains you have, should recognize them first. So don't hide them, don't ignore them. Any mental pains you have should recognize, show your face and recognize them. Some of those mental pains remain there for very long times. Some of those pains may be temporary. Some of those pains comes and goes and comes and goes, but recognize each and all of them. So all of those mental pains come from where? Just question to yourself, why you've been experiencing this? Of course, external conditions, either family matters, jobs, or anything. But these are not only the causes. These are just as a condition. The main causes of all those pains are within your mind, which are anger. So recognize how heavy anger, hatreds, resentments which you have, and variety types of anger towards many different things. So how often you're using that emotions in your daily life. So don't look to other people, just scan yourself and recognize them. When you are home, when you're in job in the office, when you drive, when you're dealing with the people, when you see some news or anything, how often you're using that emotion, anger, hatred, resentments. Then there are another mind called attachments. How much attachments you have. Attachment to one's own possessions, monies, families, one's own fame, reputations, power, positions. Look, there are so many, countless of attachments. Greed, craving. Recognize them. There are so many, countless. Then how often you use jealousy. So when others become success, when you see, when you hear, how often you use that jealousy. Then arrogance, when you become little successful, when people praise to you, when you achieve things, how often you feel arrogance. Then self-centered, always thinking about me, me, me. So through that, all the negative emotions, the destructive emotions or mental afflictions which you have, just recognize them. In your daily life, how often you use. Because of having countless of these negative emotions, how much you act. Because of this negative emotion, how often you act negative. How often you use harsh words, lying to the people, screaming them, criticizing them, accusing them, using gossiping behind the peoples, using divisive words, looking down to the other peoples. Same time your physical actions, often you're showing wrathful face, violent behave. So just look your negative actions, the behave you usually do when you're in home, when you're in public place or office or wherever. Just recognize them. Don't look to other people. Just look your own negative actions and behave you've done in the past. Because of using those negative behaves, actions, how much is destroying your dignities, your beauty, your relationships, your friendships, your reputation, your fames. And because of that, how much it affects your mind, how often you feel sadness, pain, loneliness. So all these sufferings. through understanding of all the sufferings and your causes of sufferings. But this suffering, how bad it is, but it is changeable. So you don't need to feel hopeless. How bad it is changeable. So to encourage oneself, because the root causes is negative emotions, mental affliction, these negative emotions are changeable. When the causes are changed, result will change. So you don't need to feel hopeless. Instead of that, encourage oneself. It is changeable, but it is completely self-responsibility. You have to change. You need to stand up. You need to start to change this. But this emotion, these suffering themselves never change. So take sense of self-responsibility, and through that you should really generate from deep of your heart wish to change all these negative thoughts, emotions which you have right now, and also negative behavior and habit, the actions you used to do, wish to change them. Wish to free from them. And not just think, not just visualize, you should also feel it from your heart. Wish to stop them, wish to reduce them, wish to free from all your negative thoughts, emotions, negative actions and behavior and habits you have. It's called the self-compassion. So meditate on self-compassions. Keep your minds calm, relax, with very strong wish to free from all these negative thoughts, emotions which you have right now, and also wish to free from all your bad behavior and habits, the actions you used to do. So wish to free from all your negative thoughts in general, specific certain negative thoughts you always using. Specific those negative thoughts and emotions, wish to free from them, wish to reduce them, wish to suppress them, finally wish to completely eliminate them. And also all your negative behavior and habits you used to do, in general, specific certain type of really bad habits you have, wish to reduce them, change them, and finally completely stop them. So meditate on self-compassion. So these negative thoughts, these negative actions are the one who destroy you, who create suffering to you and your families. And you're the only person can change that. Your negative thoughts, emotions, your behavior is the only you can change. And all of these are changeable. So through that you take sense of self-responsibility, wish to change them, reduce them, finally completely stop them. So meditate on self-compassion. Wish to free from all your negative thoughts, emotions, and all your bad actions and behavior and habits. Now you should determine yourself, definitely I will going to change them. This 2026, the new year, the beginning of this year, I will determine myself to reduce all these negative thoughts I have, general, specific, certain type of negative thoughts you may oftenly using, so wish to reduce them, suppress them, and finally completely eliminate them. And all your bad behavior and habits, your actions you have in general, specific, certain type of really negative habits you have, wish to change them, reduce them, completely stop them. So you should determine yourself, I will going to change them, reduce them, finally completely eliminate them. Out of that wish, all your negative thoughts, emotions you have right now, general, specific, certain negative thoughts you may oftenly using, those negative thoughts, emotions, and all your mental pains and suffering you have right now, either stress, fear, worry, whatever mental pains you have, and all your bad behavior and habits, the actions you used to do, all of these are visualize them as a form of smoke in your heart. Then generate a strong determination, wish to free from all of them, and I will going to stop them. I will going to change them, completely eliminate them. Out of this determination, when you exhale, you should release those smokes with your breath. Take a deep breath and release them. Let them go. Once again, take a deep breath with strong determination. Get rid of all of these obstacles and release them. Once again, take a deep breath and let them go. Now you look specific, your pain you have right now, either fear, worry, stress. Visualize as a form of smoke in your heart and take a deep breath and release them. Once again, take a deep breath and release them. Once again, take a deep breath and release them. Visualize all those mental pains are completely purified. Now causes of those pains, which are your negative actions, the behavior and habits you have, and negative emotions and negative thoughts you have right now, visualize them as a form of smoke at your heart and generate strong determination which to get rid of all of these negative actions and negative thoughts, emotions you have, and determine yourself, I will going to change them and finally eliminate them. Out of that determination, take a deep breath and release them. Once again, take a deep breath and release them. Once again, take a deep breath and release them. Finally, you should visualize all these negative thoughts, emotions, and negative behavior and habits are completely purified. Now your minds remain very pure, very clean, and feel that calm, peace, the joy, the pleasure of clean mind, and experience that joy. Okay, so this is called the self-compassion meditation. So it is good to, if you do every daily, at least 3 minutes, 5 minutes, just do it. These things really helps you, especially when you come back from your work, when your mind has become really disturbed. Before your discussion with your family, just sit yourself quietly, either living room or dining room, wherever, right, quiet place, and just clean that thoughts which you bring it from your work. Or maybe living in Atlanta, they always have traffic issues. So you may have stress and traffic or something struck into. So whatever, pain, mental, some kind of obstacles. So before you spread to your family, rather come in quietly, clean them, do this kind of meditation. Clean everything. Your mind has become clean, then talk with your family, very different. And you are prepared to listen to your children, to your families. When your mind is so disturbed, you are not ready to listen, right? Then 1 time, 2 times, 3 times like that. Then eventually, your family wants to share something with you, but nobody listens, so then they suffer also, right? So therefore, listeners need to be patient, calm. So you clean them, just listening what problem your family has. Just listen and do it. It really helps there. Psychologically, mentally, it's really helps. They release something. they come with so much stress and many things they bring, right? As the children go to school, they may have issues. Your brother, sister maybe go to work and they have some issues. So when your mind is clean, you are prepared to listen what they have. So when you're listening these things from other, they're releasing their also problems. It's very good kind of the healing in your family. So therefore, these kind of meditation, if you do it every day, 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes, if you not have that much time, just do these things, tremendous helps you. And then finally, this meditation, slowly put it into the action, which means, these negative habits are not good, negative actions are not good. I really need to change myself. So slowly change. When you used to be shouting too loud, right? Some people are angry, they shout too loud. The person is just there, he can hear. But you have to make huge big sound, even your neighbors hearing these things, right? That's how the anger is very blind. So how much loud you tell them, other person, if they don't like it to listen, that doesn't matter how much you louder, they're not going to listen, it's not going in there, right? So that's how, so change means, even I cannot change the word, but I can change the volumes, reduce the volume first, right? Slowly, I use very bad words, but still bad, but not that much bad I used to use, right? Go that way. It's good way to start. Then if you use quite 10 times a day, okay, now 7 times, 5 times. That's how you should change. And slowly after a few months, not that much negative words in there, not that much fighting in your home, right? Less kind of the drama. That's the action change. Then slowly changing now inside, the anger, right? That's not easy. First the action change, then slowly anger, reduce them. Slowly reduce to try to accept it. Sometimes our problem is we have very high expectation. So your high expectation is more danger. I always tell you, you should always keep low expectation. Never expect my wife should treat me as a king. My husband should treat me as a queen. That kind of expectation is the danger to divorce, go to divorce way, right? So low expectation, very low expectation. If your wife and husband just give you 1 cup of water, you feel so appreciated. It gives you so much joy. High expectation, even your husband and wife give you delicious coffee, not that much, still same that much. So how much joy, happiness, it's not about how fancy coffee they put it there. Your expectation, your mind. So that's how you should understanding how powerful the mind can change. If you always give low expectation, even simple, small, reaction, just beautiful reaction, small things can give you tremendous joy. Very high expectation, even huge benefit to you, not that much appreciated, not that much. So that's why keeping low expectation is quite good for remain happy life, right? There's the mind, that's all. So high expectation come from attachments. Too much attachment creates these kind of problems. So there are many things, this negative emotion, how much it's ruining. And I give you many examples, many times. Sometime, you already expect, my wife or husband always morning they mix you coffee, so they bring coffee every day. You're not that much appreciated because it's just, this is normal. You're drinking, then one day, maybe coffee is not good, right? You're drinking, this coffee is not, you shout it, right? When you shout it, what's the result? The next time, no coffee. Now you have to go by yourself. That's how it is. That's how you're ruining your own things. Keep low expectation. Even coffee is not that much delicious. Just give me coffee our morning. It's great, right? You appreciate it, makes you happy. And that's how it is. Then always you receive coffee now, right? You have benefit. Like there are many things like these things. You ruining your own benefit because of your expectation, because of your anger, because of your jealousy, because of your attachment. So that is why these destructive emotion, understanding, talk to yourself, and deal with you, recognize them, each of these emotions when they comes up, oh, I'm too much angry now, I have too much attached now. Recognize them first. And even knowing that tremendous helps you. Oh, I need to stop them, right? That's how you start. So you apply this meditation in your day-to-day life. Go with this way. So 2026, you change, you try to do different way. Instead of I have a new car, what do you call it? New TV or new car or new blah blah blah. Make happy this new year. What's it called? Resolution or something, right? They use. What point? You have this 1 week, then same, not big deal. Then you angry, you maybe throw it out. You're breaking this again back. Right? It's not big deal. So now, never done in the past. This 2026, I get different idea. Now I will try to change inside my side, my own behavior, my own negative thoughts. I don't care either it change or not. It change, very good. But it's not changing, that's their responsibility. What I can do, I can change myself, I can change it. So I will going to start that kind of life, and I will try it. So go 1 month, 2 months, 6, 7 months, try, look it. Then after years, when you look back, there's something huge, big change. That's how we need to start. So this is all comes with the self-compassion. That's why the using your self-compassion to day-to-day life is very important. Okay, thank you.